Good morning, everyone. So, something had come up in the last couple of days for a particular client who had purchased a mini computer to hook to a TV for in store advertising. Um, and then they came to me and said, well, how do I run PowerPoint on this? It was like it's a remote computer, it'll be attached to their network. And so I had made the comment, I said, well, um, if you use PowerPoint, you're going to have to pay for that. Why not use Google Drive? They would like, huh? So yeah, Google gives you a whole suite of software to use online for free. It comes with your Gmail account. Of course, if you're a business owner, you can also buy into it for extra storage and so on and so forth. But from your Gmail, so you just open up your browser and you go to Google and you sign in. Once you're signed in, you can go to your nine dots here. That's what I call it, nine dots. That way everyone remembers it. You go into Google Drive, and from here, this is your cloud storage. You know, um, if you're leery of using cloud storage, then don't put anything here confidential. Real simple. But from here, they had suggested, PowerPoint presentation. Um, Google's version of that is called Google Slides. And so it works very similar to PowerPoint. Just by looking at it, you can give it, a name. You can add more stuff. You can give it a title. You can give it a subtitle. You could add more tiles. I got to remember where that one's at. Oh, there it is. So you could do just like you do everything else, and it's completely free. That's the nice thing about it. If you want to use themes, obviously there's suggested themes on the side. But yeah, you could do that. This is all great. But my suggestion for them is PowerPoint when you run it. Um, if you're giving a PowerPoint presentation, you usually bring up one slide at a time, have a discussion, click the button to advance to the next slide. You can do timed slides, but usually what happens at the end of a PowerPoint presentation is it ends. It doesn't recycle. And so what I had suggested to them, and I'm waiting for them to ask me to show them directly how to do this, is you can take these slides and you can save them to your computer. Let's see, save and keep. Where is that function? It is a download. Email download. Here you go. Now, if you do that, my suggestion is to download it to a JPEG. And there's going to be a reason for that, because once you download it to a JPEG, it's going to go in your downloads folder. At that point, if you want this to continuously cycle, um, you'll want to change your backgrounds. So at this point, you would just, load up all the pictures that you have created in Google Sheets, and you would go into your personalize, put all the pictures where they need to go, such as the picture folder, and change this to custom picture slideshow. And then you set the timer on it for 30 seconds, 1 minute, however, and it will rotate the background images of the computer without using up a whole lot of resources. And that's kind of like what I was trying to explain to them. They just wasn't quite grasping it. So, like if I put this on slideshow now, every one of these here, it would go through and set this as a wallpaper for like every 30 seconds or so. Oh, 30 minutes. So, but you could change it to 1 minute. And 1 minute's a good reading time, especially if you have lots of text on a particular slide, or you want to, kind of like just run it in the background. But yeah, you could do that, and you could tell it what folder to go to. So if you want to create subfolders that says Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Friday special, you could certainly do that. I mean, there's software that will help you do this, but if you're a small business and you have an extremely tight budget, this is probably going to be the way to go. And if you need help doing this, I mean, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. Certainly, I can give you some more guidance in person especially if you're local to me. And then we can kind of go through here and help develop this, because what your ideas are and what I'm trying to explain here might be slightly different. We have to adapt it to your business's um, specific needs. So, but yeah, that if you wanted to use, like I said, Google Drive, it's free, comes with your Gmail. Um, so if you have Gmail, you can certainly do that, and you can use this on your phone. It is perfectly available. There is a Google Drive on there if you don't know where it's at. It's the same symbol as you saw in the 9 dots. Let me click here. So on your phone, under your apps, you'll have Google Drive. It's the same one, and it will sign right into this. And you can actually create your spreadsheets on your phone if you're using your screen's inverted or tilt sideways, kind of like a king size tablet. Um, Maybe developing them on a phone is not a bad idea either. And this, in this day and age, the younger generation has the advantage on the phones because that's what they've used. So creating a presentation or a slideshow or something on their phone, and then hooking it into a screen through Google Drive would be perfectly easy for them to do. And of course, like I said, you could flip the screen. There is controls within Windows that let you tilt your images. So that's the advantage to that. But yeah, that was something. Had someone had asked me, like I said, I will be glad to give anyone who asks, more detailed specifications on how to do this as it applies to your situation. But that's pretty much how you do it. You get all this free software through Google, and yeah, it doesn't cost anything. And the only time it costs you anything is if you need more storage, and which for $20 for an extra 100 gigabytes is not bad. But if you're using a computer, come see me for cloud storage, because again, if you're paranoid about what Google sees, you might not want them to see your files. So, but yeah, that's in a nutshell how to do it. So this will show up on my YouTube channel as a long play version, and like I said, it's not difficult. It's just looking for what you specifically need. So, like I said, you'd seen I had created a PowerPoint, or well, a Google Sheet presentation a while ago. You know, um, just a few quick slides. So, like I said, if you go to run this on your computer, you would go into View Slideshow, and then you have to like click. So, unless you're paying someone to do this for you, this is not going to work for a television advertisement, or just an advertisement, in-store advertisement. So yeah, this wouldn't work. So what would have to, and even if you put the timings on it, because you can, um, it's only going to run through once. So you would probably want to again download the slides as an image and put them into a wallpaper setting and let them run that way. That way they're constantly changing. Doesn't take up much computer resources, and I just think it's easier that way. And then you could take the photo out of rotation, put the photo back into rotation, so on and so forth. So just my thoughts. Like I said, if you need guidance on how to do this, definitely reach out to me. There's the phone number. Here's how to reach me on all the social medias. If you know someone who needs to learn this for their personal use or for their business, and you're in my service area, um, definitely reach out. I'll be glad to help you with it. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.